talk to you guys a little bit. Good morning from GA. Good morning. So most of you may or may not know my story, so that's what my Periscope is going to be on this morning. It's going to be about 5-10 minutes. I promise not to take up too much of your time. When I came to Younique 2 years ago, I was in a very bad position. I was 28 weeks pregnant on bed rest, and I believe in everything being in God's timing. So I had actually heard of Younique prior to even signing up. One of the founders used to be on a like page that I had, not founders, one of the founding presenters was on a like page that I had, and she gave a giveaway there. And this is prior to Younique being a cosmetic company. It was actually in beta. They were trying to figure out what they wanted to be. So they had like boot socks and boot jewelry. They always had the 3D mascara and metallic fingernail polish. And it just wasn't for me at that particular time. At that time, I wasn't even pregnant yet. Hadn't even, went down that road. But I was so negative. I was actually with another network marketing company. So I wasn't interested in trying a new one because I was still building where I currently was. That was December of 2012. So fast forward to June of 2013, one of my friends signed up for Younique, and I bashed her. I just talked so bad about her. I knew she could have done well in another company. I tried to recruit her to the company I was in, and she just wasn't having it. So, of course, I did not think that it was for her or for me. So 2 months later, I found myself 28 weeks pregnant on bed rest, completely tapped out of my warm market, completely tapped out of money. I was desperate. I was broke. I was broken. I was looking for a way to change my family's life. Me and my husband was going at it all the time. Nothing seemed to be going right. The plan that I put out for myself, being at that time 21, pregnant, dropped out of college at that time. I was enrolled in a few classes, had to drop out. I was just as low as you could think of. We had $200 to our name, and me and him really got into a fight. I was tired of fighting. I was tired of where we lived. I was tired of not being able to do for my stepson whenever he needed money or needed something. I was tired of having to sacrifice my kids for my stepson. Up until that point, we had a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old together, and our kids had never had a Christmas. If it wasn't for grandparents buying Christmas gifts and giving them to our kids wouldn't have got anything because the only budget we had was like $100, $150. Obviously, that can't be spread to 3 kids, and I was one of those stepmothers that I felt guilty because my stepson didn't live with us. He didn't get the mother-father atmosphere that our kids was getting, so I took it upon myself. My husband never asked me to. He actually got mad at me a lot because I did not do for our kids, but I felt like we did for our kids every day. My stepson needed to know that he was loved, and I was really trying to buy his love. That's really what it was. I had been in his life since he was 5, so all I knew was giving to my stepson, giving of others. So I never bought for myself, and I'm sure most of you moms can relate. I never bought for myself. I never bought for my husband. I barely bought for my own kids. My responsibility was to make sure they had clothes that worked, that they had food in their belly, and that they got to and from school. That was what I was doing, and I took them, to and from church. So because they were so young, I didn't think that they would care. They never had a birthday party. We made their favorite dinner at home, and we would buy them a little cupcake that was 99 cents and put a little candle in it with their number on it, and that was birthday. My mom went over and beyond for gifts for them, so that was what I did. So when I came to Younique in September of 2013, I found myself very, very broken and desperate, and you never want to make permanent decisions for temporary situations. But it was just that gut-wrenching feeling that if I could just give this my all, just do it one time for once in my life, if I can just give this my all, I know I can make this successful. I did not know how to do makeup. I wasn't even a makeup girl. Makeup wasn't my thing. But I knew other women loved makeup, and I knew that most of the women that I was trying to sell my other business to weren't buying my particular products, my wellness products, because they were spending all their money on makeup. So that was a red flag to me. And I didn't think I needed to professionally learn how to put on makeup. I just needed to know how to do just enough where I look nice when I put the products on. And that was my entire goal. I signed up because I was pregnant and I needed to make a few extra dollars. And I didn't know how I was going to make it, what I was going to do, who I was going to talk to, because I was burned out on my network. I just knew, that money wasn't everything, but if I could get it to figure out how it will work for me, I knew that I could make it successful. So I started doing shout outs on one of my recruits' current pages. I never expected her to be able to sign up under me. I thought she was loving her other company. And really, that's when my mindset shifted. When she said, Kanisha, I want to sign up and make this money myself, I knew I had a gold mine. And I knew that type of leader that she was going to come in and blow it up. And honestly, that intimidated me. I didn't know, how I was going to lead such a powerful force. And I knew the caliber of people that she was going to bring in. I was going to have to be all I could be and be all in and do everything that I knew I needed to do to grow this. But I didn't know what that looked like. I had never seen success in network marketing before. I heard all the success stories, but I never experienced it. So I began to read everything that I could think of with network marketing. Things to say, things not to say, things that people wanted to hear. And I began to do those. I would send out mass text messages. I will never forget, my first mass text message was someone else's before and after picture. And I was like, if you want to know more information about this mascara, message me right now. And I don't have time to wait on you. Like, I was so rude in the message because I didn't know how to talk to people. So I was like, if you want to know how to get the best makeup, message me right now because I got something for you that you're going to love. And if you don't want it, I know someone else that does. I didn't know anybody else that wanted it. I just knew that I had some great product. As you guys can see, I don't have any lashes to begin with. So the fact that I found something that gave me a little bit of oomph, I was all over it. And I mean, I really felt my way to success. I talked so mean to people. When I look at some of the statuses and messages that I sent people that didn't support me in the beginning, it's pretty hilarious. The things that I expected people to do. Go order this right now because I need you to order this. No, people have the right to say no. They have the right to not want what I have to offer, and that's okay. I have the right to find another customer that does want it. But it took me a lot of failing to realize that. I lost a lot of friends in the process when I signed up with Younique because I was looking like a company hopper. I had been in 4 or 5 other businesses and they were not looking to be involved in that. So the moral of today's story is I didn't know what I was doing. You may not know what you're doing, but that's okay. Long as you try your best and begin to move. What I learned about my success is when I began to make steps and begin to believe in me and begin listening to my personal development and reading books like Go for the No and How to Be a Network Marketing Rock Star, Go Pro by Eric Warrior, The Alchemist. Things that were growing my mind, not Cosmo and Ebony Magazine because I got the subscription. I subscribed to Networking Times network marketing magazine, and really began to become a product of my product being a network marketing professional. When I began to study what the success people did, I began to see success too. And a lot of people feel like I'm an overnight success because they see the success now. But yes, I had fast success in Younique, but I had 5 years of failure. I ran up $10,000 worth of credit card debt trying to get a boutique off the ground. I enrolled in college and withdrew from classes because I didn't believe in myself. It was 7 years of failing, 5 hard years of failing before all those relationships worked together for my good. So if this is your first network marketing business and you have made it to be qualified at least 1 month, you are in the top percentile of this industry because most people never even sell a dime. Okay? Really look at yourself in the light that you want to be in. When I came to Younique, failing was not an option for me. It was not an option. This was my last hope. And if you change your mindset that this is all I got, this is my last shot, I got to work for this, I got to do this, I got to go for everything I want in this moment, I promise you will begin to see change in your business. because that's what it took for me. It took for me to have someone that I highly respected in the boutique world to sign up under me, to get me to see that I was worthy. Had she never signed up under me, I would not be where I am in Younique. I was on a mission to make $3,000 to be able to make it back and forth to the doctor for my baby that I was pregnant with. He was supposed to have a lot of health disorders. So I needed to be able to pay a babysitter and get back and forth to the doctor. That was it. I didn't see black status and all this extra money a month and being able to retire my husband. I didn't see that success. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I did. My success was $3,000 in savings. Your success may be a mani-pedi a month to be able to afford the kids' lunch. My success was $3,000. Your success may be less, maybe more. It's whatever it is that you want it to be. And when I began to work towards that goal, adding my 5 people a day, doing my personal development at night, speaking thoughts to myself that was positive, looking myself in the mirror and saying, Kenesha, you are beautiful. You are worthy. You are successful. You can have the desires of your heart. You are the child of a king. You can have the things that people said that you cannot have and be the things that people said you could not be. When you begin to speak life into yourself, everything around you will begin to change. You're going to lose some friends. You're going to lose some family members. You may lose a mate, because I know, like Whitney's husband, her and her boyfriend broke up right when she began to get her success rolling. Some men can't take that success. You're going to lose some things. You may even lose a little weight. And that's okay. But it's whatever it is that you need this to be. And it can be whatever it is you want it to be. I didn't know what to say. You may not know what to say. Just say something. Start flapping those lips. You'll begin to catch on to what people are liking and begin to change your script a little bit for what people want to hear. But it's about getting started. Get started. That's what it's all about. Make a step, and I promise God will make a step too. It took me, I signed up, and it took her 3 weeks to sign up under me. Up until that 3-week point, I had only done like $260 for my PRS. So that's like 3 mascaras. And when she asked me, how are you doing at Younique? Great, girl, I'm doing good over here. I wasn't having great success yet, but I was speaking it into existence. It's not about faking it till you make it. It's about having faith in it till you make it. You can be this. It may take you 6 months. It may take you 18 months. The key is not quitting. People come to you for being consistent. I have a girl that I have to color match when I get back from meeting these other 2 ladies, and she purchased from me 2 years ago. I met her in a Hobby Lobby parking lot, gave her the mascara, poor follow-up service, never followed up with her, shame on me. She messages me last night, hey, are you still doing that Younique thing? That is what people want. People want you to be consistent and be a product of your product. You can, okay? You can. Yes, faith it until you make it. You can. Say it to yourself every day. You can. When you're ready to blitz someone, I can. When I'm ready to have a home party, I can. I am a branding beast. People do want to hear what I have to say. I can. Yes, you can. All right? I love you guys. You have a fabulous day. I hope you were blessed by this today. Hit the share button. Hit the heart button over there. Scroll to the left. Hit the share with your followers, because someone needs to hear this today. You're a star. Oh, bless you, Sherry. If it wasn't for my husband being such a hard worker, working for those tips to be able to pay for our food at night, we were some makeup millionaires. He didn't have a huge network. I didn't know anybody that wanted some $32 mascara. I just began to surround myself around people that did. It doesn't matter how long it takes. No, it does not. You hold on steadfast. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. All things work together for the good for those who love the Lord. Don't get me preaching on here today, because I will quote you some scriptures, baby. And that was another thing that I did. I quoted those scriptures over my life. All things work together for the good. I was perfectly made in your wonderful image. I said those things to myself. I believed it in myself first. When you can begin, and I remember too, another thing that I did, We lived in a roach house. I'm not gonna lie, we lived in the hood. We had roaches. Our neighbor had roaches, so they come to our house and we had roaches too. That's just how it works. If you guys know, it only takes one and then the whole family moves in. And I remember trying to fix up that roach house. I began to put curtains up, and I bought a new $30 rug that I laid down in the living room. I was yelling at the kids, don't waste that on the ground. I have to sweep that up. Getting on my hands and knees and scrubbing that floor and blessing God for being able to have the home that we had. It wasn't where I wanted to be, but it was what we had, and we were paying our rent on time. And even though we were renting, it was ours for the moment. So I'm going to make it my home. Some of you aren't even thankful for what you have right now. And until you can be thankful for what you have, he's not going to give you anything more. I learned that because I'm a hard worker and I'm driven. But it wasn't until I said, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for what I have right now. It wasn't until I got in that mindset when I began to see change. All right. I love you guys for real this time.